This giving, did you read the manual? No, you didn't. Gently, gently. Pivot. Pivot. Line them all up. Ta-da. Right? Yeah. Oh! The cooler. The cooler. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, there has to be a little bit of dancing. This is so cool. Oh! Okay. Yay! Hello and welcome in. We're building a PC. Yay! I'm so excited. This is going to be your beginner's guide. I'm talking your noob-proof tutorial to building your first PC, all the parts you need and everything you need to do to get it running. But before we begin, I want to say a huge thanks to AMD for gifting me this amazing CPU and this graphics card as well. Also thanks to Streamplify and Overclocker for gifting me this PC case. Now, let's begin. What do you need to build a PC? Everything. First thing that you need is the CPU. That's the brain of the PC. And for that, I have the AMD Ryzen 7800X3D. The second thing that you need is a GPU that handles the graphics, basically makes everything look really pretty. And for that, I have the AMD Ryzen RX 9060 XT right here. The RAM, that's your short-term memory. For that, I have the Corsair Vengeance RGB DDR5. RGB means red, green and blue. Basically it's the memory with lights on it because I wanted some pretty lighting. And for long-term memory, this is where you store stuff like all your Sims content. I'm kidding. All my CC content on Sims is going to be stored right here. For that I have the Samsung 990 Evo Plus right here. And for my power supply, basically it needs electricity to run. Electricity, okay. For that I have the Corsair CX series CX650 right there. And then right here I have the cooling system. It's in the name what it does. It cools down your PC because of course your PC can get really hot because it's running like heavy graphics when you're downloading all of that content for Sims. This is what I will be doing with my time here. Arguably the most important thing is your motherboard. And your motherboard connects everything. That's why we call it mother. For the motherboard, I have the Asus Tough Gaming X870 plus Wi-Fi. Of course, there's the case, which everything has to go into to work. And for that, I have the Citadel Mesh ATX right here. And a screwdriver. Now let's begin the build. What you need to do is have a clear desk space or a table space. This is a dining room table because I don't have a clear desk space. There, I said it. Now, what you can do if you don't have like a fabric lying around is go and get a fabric. I'm joking. You can use the packaging. It came in. But it was quite sharp when I was holding it, like at the back. So you can't just like be putting it down on anything. And you don't want to damage anything. And if you're like me and you're very clumsy, you just want to be as like careful as possible. But what you need to start off with is Mother, because she connects everything, doesn't she? And like you can take some of this. I don't want to be like, you know, when your parents have, I don't know how you grew up, but they have all this plastic on stuff and they don't remove it. I remember we had plastic on our TV for like 5 years. I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we really doing? So let me break that generational. Oh, it is removing the plastic immediately. Whew. Now I see why they always want to keep it on. This is tough. And you want to put in mother and the brain are very important. So I have the AMD Ryzen right there. So yeah, I'm going to remove this, I guess this is plastic. And this is mother and the motherboard. And you're putting the CPU, okay, the brain. Yeah. Just slots right in there. Oh, so cool. This is so cool. Oh! Okay, let's be careful. Please, come on. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream. My days. This is. Am I supposed to be pressing down this hard? I hope this doesn't break. Oh! Oh my days. Oh! This is so cool. Okay, that's in there. Oh, that's in there nice and snugly. Okay, now we're going to be putting in the RAM. That is the short-term memory. I got 2 of them because I was told online, with my online research, that instead of getting one big chunky one, get 2 medium ones. Okay, so I'm going to put it in 2 and 4. Needs a bit of a shimmy, by the way. There we go, see? Just needs a bit of a shim. You gotta shimmy that in there. Don't be forceful, just to shimmy like a dang. Plastic off, please. This part closest to here. And shimmy in. Don't force, just shimmy. Yay! Memory. As I look, this one is long-term memory. It's really tiny, like it's so small, and I'm almost scared. How did I discover that it went here? I literally was going like this. Don't do that. I was like, what do I do? Does it go here? Does it go there? It looks like it plugs in somewhere. And so I was like, when I went like that, I was like, oh, that looks pluggable. Slot. When I say slot. Oh, hello. Oh my god, that was. Comes back like this, and there we go, perfectly done. I need to do the cooling system. Cue smooth operator. So the cooling system should be installed outside of. You don't have to install outside of the motherboard. I'm going to. So there's a lot of stuff in here. Some screws. So 4 different sets of screws. I think I have to screw this down. Where is that screwdriver? It must be this one. This is the only one that can reach. The wires, so you can see that the wire, has to be at the bottom for both of them. And you line it up with the screw thingies there. It's going to come out there and go straight into this. And then you can just use a screwdriver. So there's thermal pasting on this that I already stuck on because I am a troll. What I like to do when I'm doing stuff like this, I like to tidy up a little bit, Not too much because I don't want to lose the stuff I need, but just like a little bit so that I don't get like, oh my god, where did that thing go? Now for arguably the hardest part, that is sitting the motherboard. Actually, I don't know what the hardest part is, everything is pretty difficult. Mother, into a space here. Alright guys, so I just did something wrong. Well, it wasn't wrong, it's like, basically, I left the sticker on this side of the fan, and I don't like it. So I've unscrewed it and I've removed the sticker, because I don't think it should stay there anyway. Remember, we're trying to break that generational thing. I've done it for this one already, but I thought I would just show you guys, because I don't want you guys thinking with this build, I left those stickers on when I didn't. So I removed the stickers. I removed all this one, I removed all this one, and I'm going to screwdrive it again. Screw it again? Not screwdrive it, Extra clear, super duper clear about how the wiring for this is. For the cooler, I'm sorry, I've just eaten, so I wasn't feeling late. Wow, how they call it is female to male, that's how the manual said it. So you put these two together. Yeah, like this, as you can see. So you have 2 cables that are extra long, because you don't know how long you need the thingamabob to be. You don't know where you're plugging it into, so you just need a little bit of give, because these are very short. And so you're going to, so it's basically slots like so. So it's like extra long, just give it more juice. Then you slot this one into this one, not that one, this one, like a lock and a key. There we go. So it's nice and long now. But obviously you want to have good cable management. So for now, just try to keep it quite like tight. As I said before, the cooler comes with a bracket. You have an AMD bracket and an Intel bracket. Your AMD bracket, it looks like this. And you want to put that in there. And how you do that is you have AMD bolts like that. So you've got the bolts like this, and you have to put them in here. But the thing is, your motherboard already comes with like a bracket like thing. Now I'm going to remove this and that. Like magic. Oh my gosh. This giving, did you read the manual? No, you didn't. We have the AMD screws. These are what the screws look like. And you use it to screw them on. Now some people, not me obviously, some people, definitely not me, would have screwed it on like this. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. Don't do that. Don't be that person that does that. Like, screw it on like this, with the heavy part, like, you know, like a little bell. Like this part goes in first, like this. And you can just do it with your hand. I'm not kind of sure what screwdriver would be able to even do that. Use the bracket, the cooler. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, there has to be a little bit of dancing because that's just how I am. So this is set there right very nicely. And then you have the cooler thing. So this is the fan. So your PC doesn't get hot. And what you're gonna do is, this is going here. And that's going there. I'm gonna do this slowly. Oh my days, this is so heavy. If you have the strength. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put this here like that. Line them all up. Ta-da! Right? Yeah. Oh! Thumb nut. They look like this. And once you've put that in there, and you're happy with how it's sitting, you like hold it down. Kidding. You hold it down like that on top of it to like seal. Alright guys, what we're going to do is we are going to screw the heater. It's not a heater. My god, it's not a heater. The cooler on the top. So what you can do is remove the dust thingamabob. So you can see it hides a multitude of sins. And you can just put it up here like this. Okay, so these are the long screws that you had loads of for a reason, and this is the reason. So you can just put that. I want to put it right here. Yeah, buddy. All right. Oh my gosh. The next stage is plugging this in. Okay. You can put the cables in, you can snake them into the back, and they will disappear and come up at the front. I will show you what I mean by that. And this is what I meant by that. So what you can do is the wires, you can snake them in and snake them round. So it doesn't look messy at all. This is the back of your baby. So what we're going to do is we are going to do some cable management. This looks scary, but that's okay because you didn't do this. It's just how it came. It's just how it came. So what you want to do is the cables. You need to plug the cables into the motherboard because I can just like really. So like just grab, because it needs to actually plug into the bottom of the motherboard. It's going to come out there. So it's at the bottom. Yep, it is. What you do is you have your other. There you go. Obviously just pull the whole thing out, plug it in, and then put it back down so that it looks neat again. The graphics card is probably what's actually terrifying me, because I've heard some horror stories. It's Reddit. Don't go onto Reddit when you're trying to build your PC because it will actually just get you. What happened when I blew up my PC? Like, there's like, wait, what? Hold on, wait, what? I was just trying to search for the power cable. But what do you mean you blew up your PC? It gets scary there. Let's present to you this beauty. Remove before use, that's very handy. It needs to plug into mother, so like that. So it plugs into mother, but it needs, the HDMI cable needs to come this way. I know it works like this. Oh, that sits there pretty snugly. But I need to remove some of this side panel. There's no way it's that tight. All right, let's do it. And it looks like it plugs into this thing here. Oh, there's like a little flap. Baby, come close. The delirium is actually set in. And then there's a little flap here. So like this, because there's a little hook. There's a little hook there. Gently, gently. Pivot. Pivot. Whoa, what? That was so cool. I did that one touch. Excellent. Oh, Belhamundi best. Perfect. What? Don't talk to me about the fact that I'm Bola the builder. I'm going to put this back like this, right? So. There we go. The last part is the power cable, the power, which is going under here. What's good about this is that it tells you where it plugs into. For example, PCLE, CPU. So just find all those things and match it up to this. And you can see stuff like that is here. With it, okay. That scared me for a second. It looked a little too big. That lines up pretty perfectly, actually. Look at that. The plug that has the most, this is a beast. What is this? So this goes into the motherboard. It goes into mother. And obviously there's loads of little like breathers right here, right there, right there. Okay, so as you can see, there's a breather right here and right there. I think I'll choose this breather for this one right here. Or that one, yeah, this one. So you just plug this into there. And be very gentle, as I said. Shimmy, if anything. Always shimmy. Oh, that one in lovely. Okay. And obviously just like, once it's in there, like grab it. Pull it back. The CPU, the brain cable up here, and the graphics card cable here. Yeah. So we can do this one. How many is it? 2468. 2468. Okay. I wonder how comes it does not want to stay together. Oh, okay, cool. So they click together. Didn't mention, which I have just realized because there are other things that need to be installed that came with the case. Like all of these things here all have corresponding cables that you can see right there. And it will tell you what it is. This is the HDD LED, power, LED reset, power, like all of that stuff, USB. So this blue cable, this thing, they all need to be plugged into the motherboard. That's where they all need to be plugged in. And if you go to the motherboard, you will see stuff like USB, that all of that sort of stuff. So everything that has like it has a name on it, has a corresponding plug on this side. So what we're going to do is put these cables in here. Too high. I snaked it through. It's this one right here. Done. Easy. And you can always just yank back. Yay! Every time I plug something, I just get so happy. You're going to be plugging this into there. And that's what we're going to be doing right now. As you can see, it's a touch fiddly. I'm going to have to bend it like that. And we're going to have to contort it. But look, it's looking good, isn't it? It's so mechanical stuff. You can see that they're both missing pins, but they're missing pins in different places. This one's missing pin at the end, and that one's missing pin like one to the penultimate one. And now you can see in this box, this one's missing a pin at the end. Okay. All right. So do I want more fans? I think I want some fans here, you know. Hungry people do not make good decisions. I'm gonna plug these in and then I'm going to close up the back. And then we're done. Then I'm gonna play test this with Apex. Because this is supposed to be GTA 6 ready. If you're a very tidy person like me, you're gonna fix this. It's like if you don't like how it looks, ta-da! And no one will ever know what's back. But yeah, that's you done. We're gonna test it. I just want to show you guys the size comparison. Look at how big she is. She's a big girl. Okay, moment of truth. When I press the button, will the lights come on here? Let's see. I'm seeing light activity. Oh. She's alive! She's alive! She's alive! She lives. Oh. Don't embarrass me in front of the wizards. Oh la la! To see. When I've done so much. There's so much admin when it comes to this and installation and all that kind of. Oh my gosh, you're gonna really keep me waiting, aren't you? Step one of. Okay, if I don't look at it, if I pretend I don't care, it'll go a bit faster. So I'm just gonna like look away. What's that? Okay, this is like debrief time because you know I finished my PC. I played Sims on it. I played Apex on it. You know, put it through its paces, and you know, this whole process has taught me that the software part might be harder than the hardware part because like you build it, you've got all the parts and all that good stuff, and then you plug it in, and it's just like no, and you're like what? And so that part was a bit difficult, but obviously we got through it. And you can never have too many lights. Like I feel like my PC is just a little bit dark. Thankfully I have those other lights that I wasn't able to install because there's no space for them. So I'm going to like replace those two lights up there with them because I feel like I want more lights in there, just like shiny stuff. Of course it works, that's the most important thing. And it runs good games, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, I'm just really happy like this is finished and it's done. Definitely, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And also don't forget, when building a PC, you can give yourself a little bit of grace. You can reach out to friends. You can make some very small minor mistakes. I'm not saying make mistakes, but like, you know, like play with it. It's like, it's supposed to be a fun process, which for me, this was an incredibly fun process. And you feel like a sense of accomplishment, you know, achievement unlocked, that kind of thing. So yeah. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time.